This is recording. So Final Cut Pro, we brand the videos depending on the sponsor we've got. Right now it's Audible.
And how does that work? I mean, do they tell you it's going to be a different sponsor, or do you have a bunch to choose from?
So right now we've got Audible until the end of August, and then we're switching to Nutrish again. And I've already...
And they give you that schedule?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the guy, Revision Free Discovery Animalist, Connor is his name, he's the guy in charge of the sponsors now. I think we've got a Nutrish read, I think I did one.
By DailyBigCat.
No. But you can re-record that.
This is by Rachel Ray Nutrish.
So that's a Nutrish. I think it'll be basically the same thing.
Oh, that's cool that you can label them right there.
And then the slides.
And they can have the same name? That's not a problem?
No, I guess not. I don't really use that feature, to be honest. The Nutrish slides are in iPhoto, and you'll see Big Cat Rescue Graphics album. And they're in there somewhere, just here. So there's 3 of them. And they can be found. If you go to Final Cut Pro, the photo section, go to the events, scroll down. Oops. There they are. So you just click and drag like iMovie.
This episode of Big Cat Rescue is brought to you
So if
by
this was
Go to
Nutrish instead of Audible,
audiblepodcast.com.
we'd just change that around there. So we've got for Animalist, all the Animalist intros and the watermark are in the Animalist graphics event. So you've got an intro, which is this thing right here.
This episode of Big Cat
That
Rescue.
goes into the sponsor, and we've got the outro, which goes at the end, obviously.
Is it the same?
No, it's different, but only slightly.
And then the watermark is only on the stuff that's in between? Is it on all of the stuff in between?
Yeah, I normally put it on all the stuff unless it, sometimes on the end slide, which is there, I normally trim it off that because it just makes, it's not needed on everything. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to. It's up to us how much of that stuff we use. They want us to add all that stuff, and we are like partnered with them, so they want that. But if it's like, sometimes if we're making like a factual video about like the laws or something, legislative stuff, I contact them saying I don't want to use a sponsor at the beginning or the intro on this episode because it's just like 10-15 extra seconds added to the video length, and you just want to get the message out there about the cats. They're normally fine with that, and they can switch it around.
So when you're making something that's not just a fun video, if it's an advocacy video, does it get published to Revision 3? It just gets it without the ads. Okay. And is there anything that you publish that you don't publish to Revision 3?
Let me have a look. Not really. I think I've put most stuff on there. I've put the recent appeal video up there. Like pretty much everything goes to Revision 3 as well.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt really. Okay, so we've got sponsors, intro graphics, the watermark. What else do we need?
It's way up there at the top. Is that the watermark?
Yeah, don't know why it got bumped up there. Something I did.
The music pieces. You want to cover how you
Can download them. Yeah. So I've got that. So I've got a bookmark at the top. I think it's APM Music, wherever that is. Revision Free Music. That'll take you right there. So our login. Well, normally I go to music and themed playlists. Music for, and then this gives you a selection of everything music you could want, you know, for all different kinds of videos. Halloween, it's got Christmas, birthdays, they're all like categorized. Music for wildlife.
When you're listening to clips and you hear several that you think, well, this could work, do you download them at that time or do you mark them in some way?
Yeah, I normally just get the post-its. Like I'll click on Halloween. So yeah, you got all the different names of the tracks and the lengths. So to download one, you can listen to them. Fun. So you can see how long they are, and then to download you just select, you'd have to log in. So yeah, select the track, and then I just do a zip download, and it will go up to the download section up here, and then once it's downloaded you just click and drag it to the desktop. But yeah, you just click on that and it will download it to iTunes immediately, and then you just go to, you know, the music section on the recording. Music section, Final Cut, and it will appear. You can just type whatever name it is, it will show up. That's easy. So you've got all the different playlists. Just click on a playlist.
And then you mentioned that we need to credit them on a sheet that you have somewhere.
Yeah. So I've got a bunch of different folders, and it's under revision free music.
Okay.
The reporting, like the spreadsheet. And then all this is basically going to be the same. It's Animalist Network. I've been putting like the title of the video.
That's a good idea.
My mouse just died. Title of the video, which episode number it is, and then the...
When you have an episode number, is that because of revision 3?
Yeah. So we're on 69 now. And then the music track file name, I just alt and double click and then copy and paste the album name into that section. Then it's BI for background instrumental, and then total time of song used, and then the total run time of the episode. So they can see all that stuff as well. Pretty straightforward.
Is that a shared document, or you just send them that information from time to time?
I think it's shared. You've got access to it as well. So Discovery Access, I guess you can add this bookmark too. So the bookmark's up there. Are you working on Discovery project? Yeah. So this allows us to search for clips of big cats in the wild, or anything we want, like in footage of India for tiger species spotlight. But if you see a clip you want to use in one of the videos, you click on it, and I'm already signed in. It's $690 right now, but you add it to the cart, and then you copy the footage clip number, and then go back to email. And then in the folders on the side again.
I've never seen anybody that used their email as their filing system before. That's a clever use of email.
So yeah, Discovery revision free footage. So to get the clip down to $10, you need to email sales@discoveryaccess.com. So that's what I email them. So
how about making that red star over there so that it's easier for me to find?
Okay. You just say, you know, we're with revision free, selected one clip to acquire at $10, and then you copy and paste what we just copied.
Okay.
Or paste what we just copied. And then email them, and they normally like get back to you within a couple of hours saying, you know, all set, ready to download. And then you go back to Discovery Access, and it will be in your cart, but the price will be $10. So you just go through all the process of that and download it for $10. It will just download.
Oh, great savings.
Up here again, yeah. So that's good. Really good thing to have as well. We've got all the free footage and then the free music as well.
And then we don't have to credit them in any way?
No, I haven't. And then video blocks. Video blocks is almost just as good as this. So this is really cool for, I guess you've been through it all. So there's templates, sound effects, footage, all sorts on here. You can just search by video or audio, and then we got like a membership for another year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, 6 months I think is what they did.
So this is really easy. You just click on the clips, download in whatever resolution you want or file. I normally use MOV, and then that'll download to your computer as well. So we've got like all this free stuff on video blocks.
Great.
Yeah. So that's that and that.
And the schedule you've been doing with revision 3 is to upload on Wednesdays or Thursdays?
Wednesdays right now. Yeah, but they can change that around too if you email Connor. Yeah, if you say, like if surgeries come up or you just get behind on things for some reason, you like filming more one particular week, they're fine with switching it around. Just with the billboard sponsors that we do right now, there's not like a set strict date. So these are the easy sponsors.
And you said when you upload to their, well, where is their upload?
Yeah, that's the next thing.
But when you do that, it also goes to YouTube?
Yeah.
Automatically?
Yep. I guess we can add a bookmark for it too.
You're going to make this process so easy, you're going to want to stay.
Yeah, so for all the sponsored episodes, it's the regular Big Cat Rescue, and then any episodes that don't have sponsors is the extra. I'm not sure what AR is. Yeah, so to upload a video, you upload, and if you type the title in with capitals and question marks and stuff, it will just simplify it to, you know, all lowercase with dashes in between the words. So you select the file, which will be on your desktop or wherever you save the video file, and that takes a while to upload. So while you're uploading that, you can, the summary is for like just plain text. Like I normally write a few lines like about the episode.
Short description.
Yeah, that's another thing. So in the Animalist revision 3 folder up here, we have the show notes. So this is just a basic text edit document. So it's got like the Animalist with all the HTML stuff already on there. The section you can use for YouTube, and then some of the tags that they use, like they're all new ones. And then I do all the text on here and then have this to upload to other sites, so I can just copy and paste it.
Okay.
So you got the tags or keywords at the top, then the title, and then like this would be my summary for the episode, like 2 or 3 lines. You can always add more than that, you go up to 500 characters, but it's just plain text. Then the full description on Animalist would be this stuff. And then if you have any other links you want to add, you can go to this site, which is HTML5.
Ah, what a great site.
Yeah. So you can just write in plain text and then convert it, and it will give you the HTML version. You just copy and paste.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's a good tool. So you got the video file, the summary, plain text, the full description with links, and then YouTube data. You don't have to do that. I'm not even sure why that's necessary, because it just copies over fine. So you got all the keywords, which will be all this stuff. Copy and paste. The thumbnails. So
Have to be good.
yeah, something that people want to click on. So you got 1280 by 720 pixels JPEG. So I've got that in Documents under YouTube Pics. So I've got the two templates there. So you got the 1280 by 720 thumbnail there. So you can make the thumbnail or whatever. That will be the thumbnail for YouTube and the Animalist main icon. And then you've got the 100 pics by square, 100 by 100. So this is like on other pages of the Animalist website, it just offers this tiny thumbnail. So you need to make a second version for them. So this isn't YouTube, that's just Animalist.
Okay.
This is YouTube and Animalist. So I normally save them to the YouTube pics. Like these are all older ones. It's all the regular size, and then I've got a folder for the 100 pics, separate ones. So this is what that is at the bottom. You've got the main one for YouTube and Animalist, or YouTube, Animalist, YouTube, then the smaller size. And then once the video files...
So those first two are actually the same image, you're just looking at twice?
Yep. So once that's fully uploaded, 100%, you just go publish, and it should show up on YouTube and on Animalist as well. So I upload to YouTube and revision free, and then save another version for Vimeo without the ads, the sponsors, and the Animalist graphics. Dailymotion blip, and then... So they're like the main ones that I think are actually worth uploading to. And then for like the fun viral videos, I use the YouTube URL. Yeah, so this, like for any fun videos, these are all sites that will drive a lot of traffic and get a lot of views, and that all goes back to the YouTube video.
And you have to log into each one of those sites?
Yeah.
Whew. Wow.
It's not too bad. I've been meaning to go over all through our video list and just see if there's any more sites I can spend time on. Just haven't had the chance, really. There are two more I need to look at.
Something I forgot to ask you about the video editing. Whenever you're creating video, how do you save it? I mean, you save it as a MP4, I'm guessing.
I think it's MOV.
Really? The thing I'm trying to get at here, I've never been able to figure out how to do it, is whenever I make a video and I upload it to YouTube, it always tells me, this would stream a lot better if you saved it right. And I'm like, well, how do you save it right? And I read all those tutorials and none of them make any sense to me.
Yeah, I don't. I'm like, whatever, it works. Yeah, send this to compressor. So this is a compressor. And I use the video sharing services settings. So normally that one.
Okay.
And you just drag that. This is the project. And drag that to there.
No, I never would have figured that out.
And then start the batch. I guess I can show it. And that normally takes quite a while. But okay. Yeah, I save it as 1080p. Well, you've got all the different settings, and always save 1080, 720, and 540. Like 540 is pretty much small enough to upload anywhere with any like size restrictions, and the 4K will be like the largest one. There's all these different settings.
When you purchased Final Cut Pro, how did you know to buy a compressor? Did it suggest it, or did you already have it?
I googled it and found out you had to get that. Compressor was like $50. Final Cut was like $250, I think. All the most important stuff, I think. Discovery access, music sheet, uploading. What else is it?
What do you do?
What else do I do?
You do graphics. What program do you use on here for that?
That's a good thing. So this is our time machine. So we've got the backups. So it backs up every hour. So this first one that's always plugged in is where I've got video footage, and it backs up to the time machine as well.
and then the other one's just a backup of those backups.
Yeah. So the main reason on this hard drive is we've got the old events folder and the 4K footage folder. So the old events is like hours and hours of footage with used and some unused stuff as well. So I keep it all on here until I run out of space and then get rid of stuff I know I'm not going to use. But this is an easy way to access clips of like Easter eggs, pumpkins, Christmas trees, just stuff I know I might use in future videos instead of going back to the tape and re-uploading it and wasting time doing that. So we've got everything on here. We've got, you know, cats talking, turkeys, toilet paper, surgeries, painting. So you can pretty much find anything you want to use in future videos. If you think, oh, I just need a clip of a cat, you know, destroying a Christmas present or something like that, you can just go to the old events folder and pretty much find it. It's pretty well labelled. We've got bad cats. This is just full of cats being wild, I guess. Growling, roaring. So that's pretty much like all of the fun stuff. And the 4K footage is all the stuff I've shot on the new camera. So we've got vacations, the new servo. So this is just all on here because we haven't got the tape back up. This is all digital files. So they're all MP4 files.
And did I understand you to say that the 4K was really hard for you to work with because of it taking so long to render?
Yeah, it seemed like that in Final Cut Pro, that you'd make a edit and it would take a long time to render, and then you'd play it back and it would be a bit jerky and it'd just take a longer time. Like for the enrichment videos, I've been sticking to this one just because you can, that's another thing. iMovie, you can upload it to iMovie, trim all the stuff you're not going to use, all the, you know, when you're filming your feet and stuff like that, and just get the good stuff to import into Final Cut Pro.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And is it easier to do it in iMovie than in Final Cut Pro?
Yeah, Final Cut Pro doesn't allow you to trim the stuff you don't want. Yeah, I've been like, to begin with, I like Googled how I could do that, and I couldn't find a way to get rid of stuff I don't need. And this is another thing in Final Cut Pro. So the new stuff folder is like all just general shots of the cats that you can go back to again for any video. If you need a shot of a cat doing something in particular, you can scroll through all this. There's tons of stuff on here. And then these are just a bunch of other stuff I've uploaded for the Tiger video right now. And then the second hard drive you can just plug in using the Thunderbolt. So that's another thing. For the tape camera we're filming with now, we use this. And because it's so old, we had to buy a converter. So this end plugs into the camera, the Thunderbolt plugs into the back of the computer, and then you can upload to iMovie. But if you want to copy more files onto the second backup hard drive, you just unplug that cable and plug in the Thunderbolt. And this is because 4K, we've got it all on one hard drive, but I don't want that hard drive to die, and then we'd lose the hours of footage we've been collecting of 4K footage and never be able to get it back. So this is just a second backup of all the 4K stuff because we haven't got the tapes to go back to. So this is like the basic template I use for the YouTube slides, like for any graphics or photos or anything like that you want to add into videos. This is the template size for that, so you can just create anything you want and then save it and then import it into iPhoto, and it will be available in Final Cut, if that makes sense. But for things like this, you see we've got the cutout for the video. If you ever want to do anything like that, not sure if people are familiar with this or not. You just go to Save for Web and Devices, and you save it as a PNG, and you make sure the transparency is checked, and you go save, and save it wherever, and then you can just drag that clip into iPhoto, and it will show up in Final Cut Pro with that bit where you can edit it. Not making any sense here.
Yeah, because I know what you were saying, because you were telling me yesterday how you would then drag up a clip into that window and turn it so that it plays like a TV screen there. So
that will be empty in Final Cut, which you've probably already seen. So the main thing, documents, this is where I've got like all graphics that I've created, any other photos that we've used in the past. We've got the YouTube pictures, another YouTube banner, 2013. That's probably due for an update too. It's a weird size because it has to be, it goes to this size on TVs and stuff, and then kind of could probably use a better header for that too now. Oops. So you got YouTube banners, designs, everything else.
When you post to Facebook, do you have a particular size that you try to make it?
Yeah, there's a bunch of templates here that I just keep on the desktop. I think we're doing like 3 by 3 inches now, which is like big enough but not too big, in case you've got some not so sharp pictures. So this is, I think this is 3 by 3. Yeah. So, and then they've all got the logo and web address on there if you want to add those to the graphic. That's pretty easy stuff. So they're all templates.
So if you were describing your day, you come in and what do you do? Is it the same every day or different every day?
Pretty much the same. Like on weekdays I have the Facebook posting in the morning, so I can create something for that.
Based on all the requests you get from everybody who's like, I want this, no, I want this.
Depending on what we posted last, like try and give it a good variety, like don't post 4 tiger pictures in a row and different species, try and keep it fresh and something new every day. And then I'll post that to Facebook, Google+, Tumblr, Pinterest, and then Instagram. So I just do those 5 main ones, and it automatically posts to Twitter as well.
Do you do them all at the same time, or do you spread it out?
Yeah, I just like do it all in one go in the morning, and then all those other sites are done for the day. I don't really use Twitter as much as we should, maybe. So you can go in there and tag different organisations, and you normally get a better response instead of just posting stuff without, the @ name of the organisation.
Use the @ not the hashtag.
Yeah.
And what is the purpose of the hashtags?
That's like,
I see those on a lot of your posts that end up.
It's a thing from Instagram. And it's just like, it's just another way of finding your content basically on your phone. So if I make a graphic using a picture of like Joseph the lion, I'll just email myself the picture of Joseph, download it to my camera roll on my phone, and then upload it to Instagram. Like yesterday. So it hasn't got the branding on there, so it's just a picture of the cat. So that's pretty straightforward.
The rest of what you do in a day?
The rest of what I do, it's basically just, I try and stay ahead of the game, like collecting footage, planning what video is going to be in the next, week, 2, 3 weeks. We have that yearly we go over things at the beginning of the year. So if there's like something coming up next month, I know to start collecting footage for that, or just planning what shots I need for a particular video. Normally I just doodle on stuff, what I need, then go out and film it, and then come back and get on with it. Trying to think what else I do. You know, create graphics if needed. It's just like, planning. Just staying one step ahead, I guess.
I notice a lot of times you pick up on things that are trending. So are you spending time while you're doing other things, maybe listening to stuff on YouTube as far as what's popular? Do you do any kind of that research so that I don't know if you're just doing it by accident that you're posting when everybody else is about things or not?
Normally if like something's going viral or something's really popular, you just see it on all different websites anyway, so if it's anything we can like make a big cat version of, we can do that. Then Google's another good thing, like for our most popular videos, like you can just start typing, do big cats. They're like all the popular searches on Google, which we've pretty much made videos for everything.
That's a clever idea.
So there's that. Yeah, just whatever you think of, just check it out and then go from there. Yeah, on YouTube, you can go to the popular on YouTube section, like what's trending this week. But normally we've not really done anything. I know the toilet paper one was a pretty popular one lately. Before that was Never Turn Your Back on Big Cats.
Yeah, that one really surprised me that it went as crazy as it did. And it was like GoPro mostly, wasn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
How funny.
And the big cats to domestic cats is always a big hit. But that video is probably too long. Probably made it a lot shorter.
Do you want to show me how to use the equipment? So like the GoPro, how to turn that on and off, the 4K camera, that's good.
So GoPro, actually you got two backs for the case. This is the back that's obviously not waterproof, so you can get a better sound quality using this one, but it's still pretty much waterproof and splash proof apart from the small sections on the back. So you just click on. So to turn it on, it's the front button. You just press and hold down.
So if that screen is lit on the left, it's on?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then to actually record it, you just press that button down and the red light will blink.
Does it blink the whole time that it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can see the battery thing right there. That's not really accurate. I've found that it can go from like 4 bars to nothing within like 10 minutes, so you have to make sure it's charged up before you go out there.
How long of a charge does it usually have?
It normally lasts like an hour. And to start recording, you just press that. And to charge it up, just get this on. So we've got several replacement batteries too, so you're always good if you're out filming and run out of the battery. So the battery just slots in pretty easy. And then to charge individual batteries up, I just plug it into the USB and let it run while I'm doing other stuff.
You plug it into the computer?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this has got a bunch of different settings as well, like I always keep it on the 1080p, which is the highest resolution. So there's different settings for like if you're surfing or race car driving, which we don't really use out here. I just keep it on the highest setting. And to upload, you just take the SD card out and then just use the printer directly, and this will upload to iMovie. So this has got an SD slot in the printer. So plug that in. should recognise it. Or we can use iPhoto too. And you'll see in iMovie it's recognised the SD card. We've got 26 seconds of us talking about stuff. You can just upload. It's a good piece. And that will obviously show up on the desktop.
And you said it's 1080p, so it's going to be compatible with any other footage you have in 1080p. That's good.
And there it is on the desktop. So to get rid of the card, drag it to the trash, and then to erase, delete the files. This is pretty handy. All the instructions are in there too for this. You press the on power button. You go to settings, press that one.
What did you press? Something on top?
Yeah,
okay.
When you get to settings. And you just scroll through until you get to all. It's right there. And you press the shutter button. And then when it flashes, press it again, and that means it's deleting whatever's on the SD card.
Oh, nice.
I guess you could just delete it on the actual SD card too. And that's how I use that. And to change the back in, that was obviously you just pull it off, and you've got a waterproof one you can put on in case you want to put it anywhere else. And all the mounts, like the head mount, that's pretty easy stuff. I know I've got the chesty mount, which I've got on cage wire where we put pumpkins in. So this is the chesty mount, which you can strap to your body, but I've got it on cage wire so we can put it up in the tree for pumpkins and stuff like that to get that shot, different angle. But you can take that off, it's just duct taped on. And we've got this mount we use for operant sticks, or the cougar video I used a broom handle to get up close to the cougars. So you can put the camera where you don't want to put your fingers, basically. And then we've got the head mount, and these are all the different backs stuff for it. Oh, microphone, damn. I forgot about the microphone. I guess you can't really film that because it's going to be on the camera.
Can you do it on that one?
Yeah.
Because these are exactly the same, right? As far as all the buttons?
Pretty much. So.
This tripod is awful.
Click it into the input. And then you want to select, well, put the input on instead of off. So that's plugged in, but it's still using this mic right now. You just go to menu, and this will come up, and then use this little doodah, and go down to audio, and then mic select. And right now it's on internal mic, which is this thing. Okay. You need to go down to XLR, select that. So now it would use this one here. Once these two are turned on, the audio will be coming from this.
Are these the only mics we have? Do we have like a shotgun mic?
Yeah,
or
got
anything?
shotgun, which is the same process as shotgun of this, by the way. So yeah, this goes on here.
I never see you use this. Is it because it's just unwieldy?
I used it a couple of times, but then it's a pain in the butt because it focuses so much.
Mm. Does it help with the wind noise?
Yeah, it's pretty good with that. This keeps the wind off too. But yeah, just like you said, if you want to get into a cage, I didn't think about that. Like, it was a pain in the butt.
It's an extra foot sticking out ahead of you.
Yeah, so that just clicks in right there and just use the same settings as what we just did.
Okay.
But then you always have to remember to switch it back to this mic after you've finished using the external mic. Otherwise you'll go out and film the cats and end up with no audio. Just go down to mic select and back to internal. Okay. These are all the really old videos.
Wow.
There's also some, like the cat toys video, the movies are just all the video files, and then I used to save the projects and events as well. So if you needed a clip from the cat toys video, you can just put this in the CD drive and find that clip.
And that P and E is what tells you that that's what that is?
Projects and events. And like if it says events equals hard drive, just all the footage is in a folder in the old events file.
Is there anything in there that's not on your hard drives?
Yeah, probably some stuff.
I've got that Amazon storage, and I don't get charged for anything that I post there. Apparently I can post like a bazillion gigabytes there. The only thing I get charged for is if somebody downloads the file. So if we posted all of the video to our Amazon storage, then you've got it also out in the cloud. And the only time we get charged is if we pull a file down. And to pull a file down is like 2 cents. I mean, it's not it's not expensive.
The same thing with this, like you can just go to Keep Vid and use the YouTube link to download the file again instead of the video.
Is that as good quality? Is it always?
Yeah, it's normally 1080 HD, what I upload it as.
Okay.
I'm not sure about 4K though. That's that. Too much all I can think of.